Right, it's time for paper headlines now. Let's get to know what the headlines are saying across Nigeria. We have a journalist and social commentator, a regular friend in the house, Charles Ideho. Charles, good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas.
That's right.
Some would say in advance, but
Advance?
It's
I
here
don't know
already.
what they mean by
Tomorrow
that.
is not advanced.
It's not advanced.
Even right now, it's not advanced.
It's not advanced.
The point there is the Christmas is not just that day.
It's
Yeah,
the
the
entire
season.
Yuletide.
That's why they call it Yuletide or
Exactly.
something. Yeah,
The
it's a
entire
session.
Yuletide is Christmas.
Yeah.
So from 22nd up to 31st.
In the
Some
mean-
even from the 1st of December.
In the meantime, are you feeling Christmas? Because Mike is feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Feeling?
Yes.
Well,
She said she's not feeling the Yuletide in the air.
Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
We know
So
that
what's
there's Christmas in
happening?
the air.
I only hear rumors that there's Christmas around the corner. Let's begin with a punch. Afenifere PDP knock Oshibajo for wooing Yoruba with 2023 presidency. Okay?
Yes. I think, because I heard that thing, I read it when he said that the Yoruba, I didn't even say South, okay, you Southwest Yoruba, he said that they should try as much as to vote, to re-elect
Buhari in
Buhari so
2019.
that their chances for the presidency in 2023 will be more assured. But I said, no, that's plain ethnic politics. As the vice president, you're the father to all, you're the father of all. What you say is that, look, you encourage everybody to re-elect the president, whether it's Southwest, whether it's Southeast, because you have your scorecard to present to us for us to say, okay, you merit a re-election. But when you start playing ethnic card at that level, there's a problem.
Isn't
And then
this
you
the
have-
kind of politics we have played?
No, but
Over and over again, that's not getting us over there.
Decades.
Personally, I think Oshibajo should be above board. When you look at his antecedent, you look at his education, you look at his exposure.
But the point
Oshibajo
is-
should not be playing that politics.
Exactly. And besides that, you remember when the statement also came out to the Southeast that their guarantee for presidency 2023
Boss
It was Boss Mustafa that
first of all
actually
flew
said
that
that.
kite. That said so that's why it's ethnic. You are dividing them.
Yeah.
On the one hand, from the presidency, somebody is saying, Southeast, you know what? Let us see how to get this man back to power, so that your chances for the presidency in 2023 will be more.
The real question for me, Charles Ideho, is that the basis for re-electing? You know,
it's not about performance anymore.
Is it not about? Okay.
And besides that,
All right,
is that even a
moving on.
benchmark for development and growth?
But who is
because
about
wherever the president comes from does not deliver votes.
Doesn't.
The president is from
Doesn't.
Katsina. How well off is Katsina State?
How well?
The former president was from Bayelsa. How well off is Bayelsa? You know, you're the president of the nation.
Where I come from in Edo, where you have both the shared to Onwa West, but it's still Onwa. We had a deputy governor when Baba Yegun was the governor. I mean, Onwa is still the Onwa is also. I didn't see anything. Even his own village, I didn't see anything there.
Anyway,
no, it's like, okay. They said yeah, exactly.
Okorocha, the governor of Imo State, insists that he is going to get the job come 2023.
What job is
he
this?
will take over from Buhari as president.
Okay, when the pendulum swings southeast.
Yes.
What about the Oshibajo's?
Okay.
Oshibajo's homily.
Moving on, we're still remaining with the punch above the masthead there. Over 90% of Nigerian cities have no master plan. That's the Institute of Town Planning or Town Planners speaking there.
I agree.
Does this come as a surprise?
No, it doesn't. Because I agree. Even when you come to Lagos, okay, let's just go to some cities, even Lagos.
Including Lagos.
Go to areas, you find that even access roads are not there. But in advanced economies, what you do is that that's why I was telling somebody recently, I said, that's why you see America, they will go into a forest. They create roads, create electricity, create
all the basic amenities.
People just
first.
come and be building houses on those plots already allocated. So when you enter into that town, sometimes they call it gated communities. When you enter into gated communities, you see well-defined, and after every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, they create a street. After another 5 houses, they create it. After that, you have park, you have all these other recreational centers. Here you don't have, even here where you have recreational centers, they're even selling the
They're selling them, yeah.
And build houses.
Ikoyi Park used to be a recreational center until it turned, what is it called now?
That's why I said I agree. The master plan that usually jettisons, even Abuja, have they not redesigned, remodeled Abuja over what? Oh, they have deviated from the master plan.
And in Lagos, for example, you know, to live around this axis, the Ikeja, you know, Magodo
Yes.
Berger axis. You have to go on the highway every day.
Yes, that's it.
Every day, compete with the tankers and the containers.
And all of them on the way, so
and they're all,
you don't know the routes.
constituting dangers to people's lives.
In Dubai, there's a route. I can't remember, from 5 a.m. In fact, trucks are not even allowed on that route. So
yeah, Nigerians have to compete with trucks every day. All right, moving on. Serap asks court to stop Dariye's pay. Islam Saraki, obviously Dariye, former governor of Plateau State, has been receiving his.
No, at least Serap should find a way to. I think it's called private member bill or something. I've forgotten that. That you should submit to National Assembly to amend that portion of the law. Which gives Dariye that window.
His seat has not been declared vacant yet.
So he's still entitled to that money.
Exactly.
So until his seat is declared vacant, then he ceases to enjoy that.
All right, Charles, how would you feel if your children sued you, if they took you to court? Some children have taken their parents to court for
in Nigeria?
Yes,
they must have foreign
right
links. They must have foreign links. Not in Africa here.
Well, things are changing.
For placing them under house arrest.
When they do that visit Benin, they will know that
the trends are changing.
Honestly.
All right, Daily Trust is our next paper now. Why Boko Haram appears strong? Burate, the chief of army staff, is revealing this, and what he is saying is that no, Boko Haram has been decimated, but the reason why it appears as if Boko Haram is still strong is because they have succeeded in instilling fear in the minds of people. That is why it makes it look like Boko Haram is
fear factor that's responsible for it.
That is the report.
When you instill fear, it's different from when you are still doing damage. I mean, you instill fear, so everybody go inside. But when they still inflict damages and so on, how are they saying it's inflicting fear? When they have been decimated, or even within that period, the regime of decimation, they got the Dapchi gas. We are still talking about regime, and you see all these are still they're still going into territories and still, what about the military officers they killed? The military, I mean, the men of the Nigerian army they killed.
And the army base they overran.
So no, I think we should just face the water.
Sometimes it's best not to say anything.
Don't say anything, but just what you need to do is to recalibrate.
Okay.
And this is not the only thing they've been saying. They've said Boko Haram appears stronger because they've been using drones and they've been using foreign mercenaries.
So which
one
do you
believe? That's not an appearance. Is that an appearance of strength? Well, or it is the strength by itself?
Well, we don't know where we should.
It's okay. It's all right. Well, okay, 2019, ECOWAS leaders won free, fair elections, and they are trying to encourage Nigeria to come up with a free and fair election. Gunmen killed 17 in fresh Zamfara attack. This report.
Yes, I think we had cause to discuss that on Journalist Hangout on Friday. These rustlers, what happens is that they have this their kingpin. So the security agencies were able to do this, go that way. They were able to recover about 480 cows and other animals from these rustlers. That one now they went berserk, went into town, even killing people who were harvesting sweet potatoes, who knew nothing about the issue of cattle rustling. So it's like a reprisal attack. They're angry because what they stole, you got back from them. So and then the security agencies were caught unaware because they didn't even take the word to them. They went into farms and then beginning to mow down.
The big question there sometimes is how do you take 200-300 cows and unnoticed
480
and something, and then you're moving them somewhere, you succeed in taking them away. And how absent can the security agents, where do they,
Complicity.
Okay, all right, we have to. Boko Haram, Buhari to Nigerians, vote only credible candidates. Oh, yeah.
Including him.
Of course. Well, Nigerians have the ultimate power for that. Only 22 states have presented 2019 budgets.
Out of 36.
Out of 36.
That's past mark.
Okay.
Because we no longer run the January, December
cycle.
Financial year.
Template.
And then the bold picture of, Christmas sale, buying and selling chicken and turkey. Interesting.
And yet, they're going to say it's not for Christmas. Meanwhile,
on the pages of
just wait. But really, even at the time they said Nigeria was in recession, did you visit the malls to see shopping?
Oh, come on! The frenzy was killing.
Those are the malls. A lot of people just go to the malls just to, you know, look at it and wish.
And use
yeah.
ATM
It's called
cards.
window shopping.
And we use ATM cards. You go window shopping and use ATM cards, right?
To show who?
Let's go to the Nation newspaper. Row over Oshibajo's push for Buhari in Southwest. Knocks for PDP as it accuses VP of nursing ambition. Okay, what the PDP saying?
Oh, but
this might just be the reason why.
That's not a sin.
To nurse ambition.
Not a sin.
Yeah, inordinate ambition is what is a sin.
I even told my Igbo in-laws that, look, if I were the president, you have Osibajo as a very, by my definition, very dedicated to you and so on.
Yes.
And then whose candidacy or candidature are you going to be flying in 2023?
Yeah,
I mean, it's natural. It's only natural.
If he wins 2019.
If he wins, it's only natural that you want somebody who has been there with you on a joint ticket to continue from there. Not say, okay, you want to throw such a man overboard and then go over somewhere. That's the way I see it. So that's why I said the Igbo country has a lot to do. Then they should find a way to bring out even a credible candidate. Everybody will say, okay, yeah, this one can rival the APC. All
right, Shoyinka, Nigeria's pride severely bruised. Professor hails the nation's person of the year. Of course, the nation's person of the year is Leah Sharibu, the one that remains in the captivity, you know, her captors or her abductors, of course. Well,
this is quite sad.
Ambode's men for Sanwo-Olu and firm urges EFCC to release 28 million? $2.8 million. ASU, okay, yeah. ASU strike no threat to polls. Olakpade wins West Africa tour. Of course, INEC has been
raised that,
raising the alarm that the ASU strike may affect.
There's no way to not affect. It may not be to a large extent, but to some extent may, because...
Well, the ASU president, Biodun Oguyemi, says, no, it's not going to affect
INEC I don't know, I don't know, I have not read that portion of the law, whether if you went on strike, whether you were permitted to still render services that federal government pays.
I don't think the law covers that, because the point there is you are still a Nigerian, and the ad hoc responsibility is a national duty.
But it's not personal.
Yes, but it's
not
national. It's a national duty.
They take them from the academia.
Yeah, they take them from academia as an individual. It's not because ASU is on strike or not on strike. So whatever goes on there, the strike is a product of the university system. Okay. INEC and the responsibility of election is totally a different.
No, but the lecturers too are from the university
when INEC goes to the academia to recruit ad hoc services, those who are going to render the services, they are on strike based on what the relationship between the academia and the federal. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and the federal government. But the point there is, election is a national duty.
All right. So let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it pans out. Yeah. PDP kicks against extension for IG. Of course, there's been talk about the possibility of President extending the tenure of the IG.
I think we should just look at this president. Look at it's not some. Over time, he's not somebody who's in the hall to change anybody.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's just look at.
Let's just concentrate on other issues.
All right. For those of you who are feeling Christmas, Lake Rice is available for Christmas. That's according to the Nation.
Okay. New Telegraph is our next paper now. Christmas, anger, frustration over 100% hike in fares to everywhere. Now he's saying airlines fully booked until January, and then commuters lament. Now, one way from Lagos to Owerri, Enugu, Port Harcourt costs 60,000 naira. And reps go on recess without salaries.
Yes,
now, there's a breakdown.
I felt it.
Yeah, there's a breakdown of transport fares here. Now, from Lagos to Onitsha used to be 4,000. It is now 6,000. To Owerri, it used to be 5,000. Now it is 7,500. Aba used to be 5,500. Now it's 12,500. Umuahia used to be 5,500. Now it's 12,000.
But how do you justify the fuel they buy the diesel? It's still the
same price.
But you know, in O-level economy, said when the demand
is high,
exactly.
Should they also affect transport fare?
No, of course.
It's
a demand.
Oh yeah.
I went to, but I didn't drive. I took. After that Tuesday, when I finished here, I went to Ibadan and paid 600 naira to Ibadan. When I was coming back the following day, I paid 2,000 naira.
Exactly. That's
oh, yes. Is that not more than 500%?
Obviously, there are no systems in place to check this kind of, you know.
600 to go, 2,000
well,
to come.
I think when it comes to that, it's totally the forces
well, it shouldn't
of
be.
demand and supply.
I mean, it shouldn't be. This is why
it should be regulated.
If you want to also enter, if you want to also go spiritual, I mean, the season is for sharing love.
And not for
exploitation.
Exploitation,
So the
thank
season
you.
where you are supposed to share love, you're not exploiting. So what is Christmas about exploitation?
It's really sad.
Okay.
All right, 2023 presidency, Buhari or Shibaju not sincere with Southeast and Southwest. The PDP is revealing that. Exactly. We've talked about that before. Right. VP to Nigerians. Don't be deceived by empty promises. Oh, yeah. Of course, Nigerians are wiser now. Now, 6 months of walking could reverse cognitive decline. Income tax. Big banks pay 97 billion naira in 9 months. Okay. Those
6 months of walking could reverse cognition. Oh, that's interesting.
So you have to be working for the next 6 months to enhance that.
Yeah.
All right, that's my last paper.
It's good. All right, and my last paper is the Daily Sun. Okorocha tackles Oshomole, asks APC chair to publish achievements as Edo governor. Now he's hitting.
That's a show of
that
shame.
is hitting below the belt now.
A show of shame, honestly. A show of shame.
Okay, on whose part?
No, both of them.
What's going on and how it's likely to even affect
honestly to the pedestrian. Yeah. I think the party should find a way to rein them in. It's really don't give.
And you know what they say about a house divided against itself.
Yeah, well, let's see how they stand.
Aftermath of Oshibajo's campaign promise to Southwest, PDP APC clash over 2023 presidency. ECOWAS protocol aiding rice smuggling into Nigeria. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, because of the free movement across borders.
The free trade.
But I think they should find a way this restriction can be achieved without necessarily shutting down that ECOWAS agreement, the agreement.
With over 4,000
Nigeria is suffering. Nigeria is the one that was hit because they go through Cotonou, go through this other area, bring in these things and then pass through the porous border, and then we are suffering the
point there is the protocol cannot be reversed, but
it can be rejigged.
But I don't think the problem is the protocol. Because the protocol there is, apart from Nigeria, there are other countries. Nigeria is not the only country, even if it's the big brother in West Africa.
Because of the market, anyway.
It's not the only. Other countries are benefiting from this. In fact, Nigerian companies are also benefiting from this because when you're going to set up a business in Ghana or
you don't need someone.
Really?
Exactly. All of these things are there.
Yeah, but people would tell you that you're killing Nigerian businesses with this, protocol. With a lot of goods coming in and all of that.
Government just has to take care of that smuggling.
That's what I'm saying.
What is government doing to do that?
The protocol itself
is
beneficial to all the countries.
On
the
paper.
Concept, no, even in reality. But the issue of smuggling is just an issue.
I think that they take advantage of the market.
Exactly, that's all. Otherwise, the protocol itself is beneficial to all the countries.
Yes, right. Okay.
So the question is, what can government do? The Sun reporter spends 2 weeks in Kebbi prison over a report. Okay, it brings to fore.
Was he incarcerated or he went in there as to sell a dummy? Which of them? I didn't read that
should
report.
be in a position to tell
because
us.
No, in most cases, some of us are saying, I mean, there are reporters that are saying it to university, they spend 5 years in university. But you don't know that they are working. Even SSS, most of them. So, I mean, we have some of them who are in with us.
All right, police probe fire attack at Enugu factional APC campaign office. All right, that's it. With the papers this morning. Thank you very much.
Charles, thank you so much.
Oh, glory to God. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please feel the Christmas after I lived here.
She's feeling it, don't worry. I told her to go out more. So she's going to go out. She's going to go out. After now, don't worry.
Help us feel it. Help us feel it.
She's going to feel it.
And you know, there's a problem. If the women are not feeling it.
Okay.
After all the spendings, Charles, all the spendings.
Don't go there or else.
Okay. No, I reserve my comment. All right, coming up on the program.